This will trigger the Lexus RCF.
Oh, that's big. That is a very big crash. Oh my God, that is so fast. Side front near the curb. So he just locked the back, caught a little bit of curb, end up having a quite a...
G'day to Dave and his family back up in Sydney. They'll be watching on. Busy in the background. Is that one of the Nissans?
That looks like Blanchard in the cool drive Lucas Dumbrell car, and Ambrose looked to be caught up in that as well. That was cars in the fence, I expect it was Marcus Ambrose in the Worth number 17.
Yeah, big damage on the run up in the shady.
Rubbed up against the wall, and then there'll be a secondary hit further to the right. There. And that's broken the right rear corner of the car, plucked the front right out of it as well. And that's the secondary contact in the background there, out of the lead of the race. Let's see what happened here. Oh, yeah. So the tyre belt and barrier done the job here. We go on board with Will. Let's have a look down the inside at Forest Elbow. Oh, it's a diminishing gap, but he's not far enough up. Likely to cop a penalty for that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, we've got to do something about these gear changes. It's not too bad. 4th to 5th and 5th to 6th, but everything below that is really bad.
We haven't seen the last bit yet. So that's the tank slapper. He's sideways from the left, sideways to the right. Wheels locked, stays off the fence. No, just bumps the fence, and that's what turns him around. So he did a really good job. That's actually a great save. What's this? Wheels locked, just bumps it. And that has...
Dumbrell Motorsport, Holden Commodore. Maybe this tells a little more of the story. Yeah, he has hit the wall hard on the exit of Forest's Elbow. And that's grabbed the right front.
Doesn't, luckily. Just have a look as to where that contact comes from. And it's Alex Rouleau by the look. I don't know whether he turned in there and Rouleau was down the inside.
Here's what happened. And this time it's Ash Walsh. He's well into the side of it and turned it. And here's the rear damage coming. Backed her up into the tyre barrier. And what a shot to meet the wall. Big understeer off the curb. And the tyre bundles will be shifted back. There goes the passenger side mirror, one of dozens so far this weekend. There. Here's the replay of what's happened. Okay, so
it's another car.
In actual fact, Alex Davison's just the innocent bystander in this. So it turned out to be car number 34, Richard Muscat. And it's turned David round the nose, and then as Muscat's moved
up early, punctured the tyre, and then fired it over to the right-hand fence a little further down the road. In fact, he was lucky not to get caught up in that, just there. Dale Wood. This is a good thing, because it compacts the field. As Taz Douglas fires on speed.
So he's well wide down there. There's no grip on the outside of the turn. He's covered in dirt and rubber. Cleaned up the Sanyong sign and the...
Whew. How's that? That is a massive off. Now, Greg Murphy...
12 on Jason Bright's car.
Oh, that's a failure.
Yeah, okay, now that I understand it better now. So he's had the right front fail at turn 3. Can't stop.
Now just watch this in the background. Oh, was that a tyre failure? Yes, I think it's a... I couldn't tell, actually. It looked like a right-hand front. But that's a massive off for Taz Douglas.
You were solid then on yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Dale Wood, I believe, is the other car involved there. Yep, it was. And Rouleau had to take evasive action to the inside. But so here's the replay. We can understand more of what's happened here. So Douglas has just gone straight ahead. I heard him say that he had a puncture. There was contact with somebody, and he's gone straight ahead into the tyre barrier. Some days are just like that, aren't they? More of the replay. This is the other angle for Waters. And in they come. Heimgut, Crunch, Whincup. And then about to arrive. Check out the onboard of this. Let's just soak this one up for a sec.
Oh. The passenger. That's exactly the Alex Prema. Behind Simona. Oh, that is so close to being a massive crash.
Still had plenty of pace on board at that stage. Still doing a good 80, 90, 100 kilometres. From upstairs.
That's what happens when you're the pioneer. When you're doing it, he's in. That's a massive crash there for Tander. He's spun. That's Rick Kelly involved. Tim Blanchard, Moffat, they're all involved. Have a look at this. This will be red flagged. That is a massive crash.
Redley. So Tander and Coulthard get a big bonus out of all that, and now with a flat spot on that tyre, he's in the wall and done. Now GT is a long time and highly successful sports car runner. Here we are down at turn 2. It's very much like what happened to Whincup. So as he's launched across the curb, the car's gone straight ahead. There's that.
Jamie Whincup, a rare error. And watch this for Todd again. Daniel Gaunt in the Gulf Western Oil entry. So here's what happened. You've seen it before. That was a very big crunch into the wall. In fact, he's lost the door on the side. There it goes.
And the safety car has now been deployed while we're watching the replay. Here it is from the other side. And he's gone on quite square, but it's ripped. Tim Slade's done the fastest split to the first timing sector on this lap. They've actually all tightened up again as everybody's sort of found balance with their cars, played with the
There's one in the fence. There's one in the fence hard at turn 8.
And Douglas is gone. There must be oil down there. There's stuff down there because they're spinning.
Where the cars have been at their least stable through the end of Wakefield Street. They're having trouble pulling him up on the bumps, and he's got it right out of shape up there.
Spot back to about, I would suggest, about 10th or 11th spot.
Oh, round goes Jamie Whincup, spins in the middle of the... Crushed him too hard. Touched Douglas on his side, and Russell Ingall in the super cheap car there.
Circuit. Botlow car's a bit scarred from the trauma in the opening lap, and this is Daniel Gaunt, young Kiwi, the Lucas Dumbrell Gulf Western car. Oh, he's actually made contact with the wall. 7.8. It was only 1.5 tenths slower than his best time. Look at this up the inside. A massive shot at turn 2 again. This is going to be the moment that Craig... Now is the time to make places if you can. Bright's been elbowed, and round goes Slade. It's taken Bright with him, and into the wall goes David Wall.
Oh, this is big. That's Dean Fiore up on the side. It's one of the Ultimas there. That's Russell.
A replay will unfold what happens through this chicane. He will clip the tyre and wacko into the wall.
So that started a long way back, Matt. That started in the braking area. He basically spun.
Enjoyed the test at Queensland Raceway on Wednesday. Has there been contact here? Morbidelli, yes, is the answer to that rhetorical question. So
Windier, there's a lot more gravel. And just in the top of your screen, you'll see Daniel Gaunt lock the wheel, straight off the road, understeers straight into the fence.
And that gravel trap there's done absolutely nothing. It's not big enough, deep enough.
It's a huge amount of commitment.
Here's a zinger replay of Daniel Gaunt crunching the wall. Up the Prema.
Oh, here we go.
This is contact.
Oh, man.
Wide.
That is massive. That's 250 kilometres an hour. We haven't seen where Scott Pye finishes.
The race director has called the safety car. Now, this was earlier when the Gulf Western Oils car came in and out. The dry brake fuel
Work his way through the field.
and we believe using, this is door missing off the Tony D'Alberto car, tangling up with Warren Luff there. That was messy, to say the least. Now, Jason Bright, by our dead reckoning, is the first car in the field that's actually started from the pit lane and has taken the stop, and he's the first in the queue, if you like. He's the guy that those...
And this will explain it. Oh, that's big contact. The Sergeant security car in will show you. Looking out the rear of Dean Fiore. Here comes Blanchard. He can't stop.
That's actually a brake failure. Something has happened there. There is no way. McConville down into turn 11. Have a look. He had a brake pedal box failure, so it was a brake pedal failure. It had all rear brake, just locked the rears. This is turn 11 very fast. And we've also got some teak, and even through that turn 1, you know, it's not much of a corner, but if the left-hand front fails, this is Cameron McConville in the fence at turn 3.
For Perth, so Ross, happy birthday for earlier in the week, 260th.
Oh,
congratulations.
Massive crash.
Sorry, we're going to have to come back to you there.
To the Ecole Commodore. Nose first, flips right up